Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 champions. And in this video, I'm going to be going over one champion for every single role. So no matter what role you play, I have a champion for you. And these champions are champions that I personally think are absolutely broken in the current meta, or I think are just really strong in the current meta. So with that, let's get right into the video. My first pick for this list is Kennen in the top lane, and if you haven't been living under a rock, then you know about this champion and how devastating his ult can be for you during team fights. Not only is Kennen good during team fights, he's also amazing in lane against champions like Darius and Garen, who are melee champions that are being played pretty often in the top lane. So this is a champion that you can absolutely abuse both in lane with his stuns and also in team fights. If you're ever caught in a sticky situation, you can always use your third skill just to rush out of there and also put a mark on your enemy, which can lead to a stun or even a kill if you use his third skill to chase enemies down. This champion is absolutely broken in the current meta, so if you are playing in the top lane, I would recommend learning him and picking him up. By the way, I do have a guide for Kennen, so there will be a link on the screen and links to all the guides of the champions I do put on this list in the description down below. So my champion pick for the mid lane is Orianna. And right now you may be thinking, wait, Orianna? I thought there were better mid laners like Zed or Fizz or someone else who can snowball the game better. However, in lower elos, I believe that Orianna is your ticket to carrying games consistently. Orianna doesn't need to get fed early game to deal a bunch of damage and be super impactful in the mid to late game. She often outscales assassins as well as has more impact in team fights than most other mid laners. Additionally, she has an amazing laning phase where she can often outpoke the enemy and even get solo kills in lane with her first skill, second skill, and auto attacks. Her passive works amazingly to assist her in getting these kills, and that's why I think she's such a dominant pick in the mid lane. If you want to go check her out, I have a guide in the description below, and there should be a card on the screen. For my pick in jungle, I recommend taking Olaf. Olaf is an absolute beast in the game currently, and I think is absolutely broken in the jungle role. His ganking ability is amazing, as well as being strong right from the get-go in the early game, as well as in the mid game. In the late game, he falls off a bit. However, you won't be getting a lot of late games with this champion, as his ability to hard carry games and just take objectives and just snowball super hard will just have you carrying games and not even getting to the late game. This champion is absolutely broken, so if you play the jungle role, I highly recommend picking him up and learning how to play Olaf. So that's my pick for the jungle role. For the support role, I would recommend picking Alistar, because Alistar is a great pick with his full combo and his CCs. Once Alistair hits level 3, he becomes a huge impact into the game, and with his full combo can dish out an immense amount of damage, knockup, and also a bunch of CC. His knockup allows ADCs to follow up really easily from Alistar and able to secure those kills. He also isn't too bad in team fights and can dish out a lot of damage. Alistar isn't a champion that you can pick up and play immediately, but once you master him, he is a force to be reckoned with and isn't too hard once you get his basic mechanics down. So for the support role, I would highly recommend learning Alistar. Even though he got nerfed, and even though he's not played as much, I still believe that Jhin is one of the best ADCs in the current meta. His impactful ult and his roots can come in really clutch during team fights and to get easy picks. His ult is one of the most flashy in the entire game and allows him to finish off enemies with ease. His kiting ability is absolutely superb, and even though he got nerfed, his lotus traps are still impactful in zoning out enemies and controlling enemy movements. Even though it got nerfed, the Jhin strategy where you take champion and guardian angel together is still, in my opinion, one of the best strategies in the game and is still pretty broken. So if you want to have an ADC with a great kiting ability to dish out damage, carry team fights, and also have an impactful ultimate, I would recommend picking up Jhin. Okay, so that wraps up my list of top champions that you should be picking up if you want to rank up. I know that there are a bunch of other champions that you can pick if you want to rank up. However, this is just my opinion, and I did a lot of research and got opinions from pro players, high elo players, as well as lower elo players, and what their opinion on certain champs were. So this guide isn't just my opinion, but also the opinions of others. If you disagree with me, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below, because I will be answering your questions or concerns. And I just hope you have an amazing day today, and good luck grinding with these champions on Wild Rift. With that, I will see you soon. Bye!